Good morning. Good morning from Melbourne, Australia. Good evening to friends in North America. And hello to anyone watching on replay. My name is Nancy Hetker, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Melbourne, Australia. And today I am going to show you the new Loveliest tree bundle. Sorry, I'm still collecting my thoughts here, apparently. It is from the new 24-25 annual catalog that is being released to customers the 1st of May. And I was lucky enough a couple weeks ago to be at a demonstrator-only event here in Melbourne, where we got to see the new catalog and get some of the new products into our hands. And yeah, so this one, I saw a whole presentation of ideas and I wanted to share some of them with you today. If you're here, please do say hello. Hello, Paula and Gladys. Thanks for joining me from the States. And yeah, anybody else who pops on, please do say hello at some point. This set, if you've been with Stampin' Up! For quite a while, you may recall Lovely as a Tree, which was one of the first stamp sets that Stampin' Up! Produced of its own line. When Stampin' Up! Started, they were basically a reseller of other companies' products, and then they started making their own when they wanted to have things that met their needs. So Lovely as a Tree had one tree very much like that, and then a whole row of pine trees, and I think there were a couple different things. It didn't have sentiments, and it was long before we had dies, and it was one of our co-founders, Shelley Gardner's, favorite sets, and she swore it would never retire. And then she finally had to admit, yes, it had to retire. So this is a tribute to that set. And it has this deciduous tree with a matching die. It's got this little leaf cluster with a matching die. And then it's got this trunk with this die that you can do all kinds of fun leaves with, and then these set of 3 little dies to cut. So I am going to mostly focus on this tree and the happy birthday sentiment today, because I wanted to show you one of the things, and I also like that this set, this bundle, it's pretty small. And they've made it very affordable. The dies and the stamp set are the same price, and at least here in Australia, they're $35 each, and bundled together, that's well under $70 to get both of them. And it's great for people who are just starting out, getting their stamping going. You can do this stamp set, a couple of blocks, 1 or 2 colors of ink, and be totally set. And I'm going to show you here, starting very simply. All I've got here is a card base of basic white. I happen to prefer basic white thick for most things that I do. For card bases instead of the regular basic white, but if that's what you've got, you can use the regular basic white. And I have my stamp. You can do this either way. You can either ink it down, or a lot of times with these big blocks, since they're so heavy, I prefer to bring the block to it. I'm going to see comments here. There we go. And then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in copper clay. You could also use Cajun Craze. You could use whatever color you wanted. And I'm going to bring in a sponge dauber. And I'm going to just add this in some places. See how that goes. And I'm gonna try to get it kind of straight here. And bring in my sentiment. And there you go. If you've never stamped before, how cool is that? 2 colors of ink, 1 piece of paper, and a sponge dauber. And you've made something. So, whoops. I don't have a wet chamois here. Let's fix that. Pour some water on my chamois here from my spray bottle. See how we do. Yeah, the image itself is great. A lot of people are all excited about photopolymer for everything, but I do think that a lot of times the red rubber gives such a detailed image. Okay, that's cleaned off. So I'm going to set that one aside. And I'm going to bring in a layer of basic white. And I'm going to do basically the same idea. I'm going to bring in my tree stamp. I'm going to ink it up again. I cleaned it off because I wanted to have a clean slate. And there's my dauber and my copper clay. I'm going to go again on this bottom part. And I think maybe we'll do a little bit less. On the tree canopy. Let's see how that works out. And again, I'm looking to make sure that my trunk is straight. This, I'm noticing the canopy kind of curves around, but I want that base to be coming straight up out of the ground, maybe. There we go. And again, let's do a happy birthday here. And this time I'm going to step it up just a little bit. And I'm going to mount that on a piece of, can't see what's right in front of me, garden green cardstock. Again, totally the same design. That glue came out really thickly. And again, here's a card base. So there we are, same card, stepped up a notch. Hi, Mom. Yes, before we went to bed last night, we heard all about the bridge in Baltimore and how horrifying. How horrifying. So glad that I think everybody I know in Baltimore is safe. Thank goodness it was the middle of the night. So, that's 2 cards. Simply done. Now, I'm going to bring in, this is a piece of cardstock that I've used for other things, but I think there's enough room on here. Yep, okay. I'm going to clean this off again. I'm going to step it up yet again. And each time I do it, I learn something new. Like that's a little too, I actually like this one better because it feels a little more organic. This one is more blotch, but we'll work on it here. Here we go. Garden green. Some copper clay. Let's pay attention to this here. I'm going to go all along the bottom and up the trunk to the branches. And you could bring in multiple colors if you wanted, to make it more like fall foliage, not like it's just dying. I don't know, does it look like it's dying out? And I'm going to stamp this on here. I don't really care about the placement so much because I'm going to use the die and cut this one out. So I'll be right back. I'm going to cut this out here, my die. There we go. That's cut out. And I'm going to bring in this layer again. I'm going to go 1 layer smaller even. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp. There. And I'm going to emboss this layer. That got kind of smudged, but that's okay. So I'll be right back. I'm going to emboss over here. And I have used this Timber 3D embossing folder, which is carrying over. Yay! And so there is that. Just thought the wood grain would be kind of nice on there. Get my seat in here maybe. And this time I'm gonna, like I said, I'm stepping it up a little bit. This is copper clay, the luster. I think they call it the luster paper. And this is retiring, but I thought I would put a piece of that there this time. And yeah. And oh, I'm going to grab another piece of basic white thick. Hold on one second. Because I do really want the tent base. No, Nancy, that's the same way. One more time. There we go. So while I am doing this, I wanted to be sure to point out to you guys on my blog, this week and probably for the next, I think it's 3 to 4 weeks, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we are showing our chain card swap cards in a blog hop. And if you didn't catch the one on Monday, there's another one today. It is basically, in the US we called it telephone. Apparently here in Australia they called it Chinese whispers. Remember that party game? You sit in the circle and somebody starts one phrase and you whisper it to the next person, and by the time it gets all the way around, you're laughing because it's totally changed from what you were sure it said. So we did that with cards. We started, everyone started at round 1 and made a card and sent it to a person on a list. And we went all the way around till a card came back to the original artist. And so our blog hops are going around and seeing how it was interpreted in each round and changed and what that winds up looking like. And it's really interesting to see. So I encourage you to take a look at those and hop all around and see how they changed. It's been a very fun project to be involved in, and we're going to do another round starting soon. So I'm excited to play along with that again. Looking for comments here. Nope. And get that on there. These I've just been gluing flat. And now this I'm gonna pop up with dimensionals. There, we're going to do a little mini. Boop. So there we go. There are 3 pretty simple cards. This one isn't very extravagant, but you can see that I've stepped it up each time. And I could keep going. I could do all kinds of variations on up, but I think I'm going to leave it there. I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to show you guys, because I'm doing this chain card swap blog hop. It's eating a lot of my blog time, which is great, right? But I wanted to show you guys the cards that we made in my monthly medley class, because I have kits available if you are here in Australia, and I have the tutorial available anywhere in the world. So if you would like to make these cards, you are absolutely able to. This one features the, was it Latte Love bundle? The little latte suite with the, it's got the embellishments and the paper. Yeah, we do a little masking on the sentiment too. So that's one. This one was kind of mind-boggling to some people. Really, all we did was nest 3 dies together and cut it out of the panel of designer series paper, and then rotate a couple of the circles or rings. This one I didn't get rotated quite enough, and put them in to line up. Put them right back in the same hole and added a sentiment and a couple of embellishments. Really easy, but very, very striking. This one is another online exclusive. Yeah, so the Latte Love, that's online exclusive, filled with fun. It's where the wagging comes from. Let's see, the grass. Ooh, where was that one from? The clouds are from Ready Rhino. That's an online exclusive. The sun is from Hey Chuck. And the grass, that's in the tutorial. I can't remember where that one's from, but this one we left, people could put a sentiment inside if they wanted, but I just thought that was a very bright, sunny, fun card. This one is the Simply Zinnias, or Flowering Zinnias Suite. Another online exclusive. Love the paper, love the dies. How cool. Bright, cheerful. And this one uses Planted Paradise, which is a reversible stamp set. We used this pot with the flowers. We masked off and used it to make the border there, and then used the reverse side to make this solid pot, and then used the dies with multi-generational or stamping off to make the plants. This one was designed by an artisan design team member, and I cased it for the class, and I think that's very striking too. So if you would like to make these cards, check out my blog, nancysniftynotes.com. I'm sorry, not my blog, but my website. I will have a link up to purchase the tutorial and or the kit. If you buy the kit, it comes with the tutorial, and if you buy the tutorial, it comes with a written tutorial with pictures and also videos to show the assembly and stamping process. Yeah, and the one other thing I wanted to show you, now that I have it in the house, we found out at Onstage that we have a new basics color coming into our color families. This is Basic Beige. It is lighter than Sahara Sand, which retired last year, I believe. It's definitely lighter than Crumb Cake. It is a really nice neutral, and the ink is going to be perfect if you like to do no-line watercoloring, and I will do a video with that at some point. It's going to be really, really good for that as well. But I wanted to show this to you. This is something that is coming up available in the new catalog. If you are a demonstrator, you will be able to order from a select group of products starting on April 2nd. And if you would like to join my team to get early access to the new catalog stuff, just drop me a line, Nancy@nancysniftynotes.com. I'm happy to tell you all about the benefits of doing that. And if you're a customer, look forward to getting a catalog in the mail from me. If you've ordered from me in the last 12 months, that will come to you automatically. If you are in Australia and you're not already working with a demonstrator and you would like me to be your demonstrator, again, drop me a line. I will be happy to send you a catalog. And if you are elsewhere in the world, I'm sure you have a demonstrator. If you need one, let me know. I know demonstrators everywhere, and I'd be happy to hook you up. So thank you for joining me today. I will be back same time, same place next week with another project. Have a great week. Bye-bye.